The snowboards come down the slopes and they'll go right in between the skiers, and we'll kick them off and they'll just lip us off, and they're dangerous.
Quite a lot of them are uncooperative. Some of them have had a little bit to drink, and smart Alex. You know, you go up and approach them in a very calm, collect manner, and they tend to lip you off. You ask them very nicely to leave, that they're endangering the public and possibly themselves, and they swear at you, they tell you to get lost, mind your own business. So it's quite a problem for us, really.
What does it mean to be a snowboarder to you?
What does it mean to be a snowboarder?
Yeah.
To be able to break away. Obviously, it's an individual sport. And as I was saying before, like just going riding with anybody, beginners, intermediate, advanced, pros. I get little tidbits from everybody, even little beginners, where I can maybe help them out. But then I'm like, oh, that's why they're going that way. So I maybe adjust, how I'm riding. But wait, what was the question again? Kind of check it off there.
What does it mean to be a snowboarder?
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
It's a loaded one.
It's a loaded one. It's again, I just think just being free again out there. I used to listen to headphones, but now again with all the busier resorts out there, I rarely listen to headphones because I want to know what's kind of going on around me. But it's also just I'm a people person, but hate people. But just being on the lift and oh, you're from Kansas. Oh, sweet. This is your first day up. Oh, this is my 5th day. So just being able to talk. What's your favorite resort? And it's again like having the stories. If I would have pressed record on all the lift rides I've had and the conversations and the languages we made up in the truck, probably be fired. But it's again, it's a passion, it's a release, and no one's gonna tell you no that you can't do that. Where obviously for other sports or activities, there's rules. Where with skateboarding, with snowboarding, there is no rules. It's you guys could do a hand plan and I could do a weaker hand plan, but it could be tweaked out because my shoulder just got dislocated. But again, going doing a nose press, doing a 360, doing a different grab, like it's again, it's a passion, it's a love that no one will ever, if you love it, no one can ever take that from you.
That's true.
And that's what's rad. Again, even on the worst day, you go up and take a couple runs and it's like, well, beats work. Or, hey, I just made this new board and I'm trying to see if this board works. So it's like, oh, I'm going to probably develop a little bit, So it's, again, it's a very, as you guys know, just a release to be free and being in the mountains, not hearing anything, not, you might hear cars when you're at Loveland or whatever, but it's like being up on the mountain, hiking with your buddies. Hey, you got to take a break, take a break.
Beer break.
When me and Vince were up in 8K, all the younger guys, Everett and a bunch of the dudes, Jared, they were probably 150 yards in front of us. And the guide was behind me and Vince. And I looked at Vince and I go, the Joey needs water. Vince starts cracking up, and he's like, you can have water whenever you want, man. You want a sandwich? You want, whatever? The V approves. And again, it's you never trying to, never try to keep up with someone. You can always progress. And again, it's an individual sport, and no one's gonna tell you that you're doing it wrong. And that's what's super rad about it. Because I've been wrong, most of my life, and I'm right when I'm snowboarding, I think, or I'm left. But anyway.
To me, it's just having fun. Like, I don't know, like being a snowboarder is, I don't really put that label on myself. Like, I kind of just, I don't know. I just try to carry on with life in the most fun ways possible, and snowboarding just happens to be like what I do in the winter. So I just like try to have fun with everything I do, and yeah. So like, I don't know, that's just kind of how I've always tried to carry myself. Like, my parents are definitely just like, as long as you're having fun and keeping it authentic, like that's what I try to do.
Dude, I think it just means that you want to have fun, that you want to go out and just appreciate being outdoors in like the coldest weather possible sometimes, right? Like the windy days, the the sleety days and things like that, dude, but you're still out there and you're trying to have fun. You know what I mean? And you're not necessarily going to let something stop you. You know, like it might be stressful getting to the mountain on those days, you know, and especially in Colorado, right?
On I-70.
Now you got to get up. It's like a 3 o'clock, like a 3 a.m. wake up call just to get there by 8, right? Or you leave your house at 9 and get there at 11, right? You miss half a day, but you know, you just take on all those challenges, man, whether it's the weather, whether it's the traffic, whatever it is, dude. And you're literally out there to have fun, man, and just enjoy it, whether it's by yourself, whether it's with your homies, whether you're going to make a hike, you know, to go do that backcountry run, whatever it is, dude, just having fun, just enjoying what Mother Nature gives us, you know, and the time that Father Time allows us.
Man, what does it mean to be a snowboarder to me? You know, I that's a hard one, dude, because there's a lot of culture heads. There's a lot of, you know, I think this sport means something different to everybody. And I think as long as you love it, you know, it's going to love you back. And I just think, like, it's just, like, self-expression, you know? It's, like, fun. It's like being a kid, like, fucking, like, going out and not having a cell phone on you and just like fucking asking if your friends can go play. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever it is, it could be anything. It's like there's so many niches and so many areas to it. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want with it, you know? Like you could be progressing tricks or progressing creativity and just doing shit that no one's doing, right? Just like fucking, just like laying a fucking turn, you know what I'm saying? Like a solid turn, like getting a face shot, like and having the snow just like go down your lungs and you're like choking and crying. You're like, fucking, you're just so happy, you know? Like,
Powder bukkake.
yeah, man, powder bukkake for sure, dude. Shout out Gags. But yeah, man, I think, yeah, being a snowboarder is just, yeah, it's just being a good person. And like, you know, I think it's gone a long way to teach me like gratitude, you know, like how many people, you know, like I'll have so many moments on the mountain where I'm just like how many fucking people like actually get to like experience this in their life, you know? And then you think about all the people like that come out here for tourism stuff and they're just like, you know, that they come out here and they're like, man, imagine if we could fucking live out here, you know? And it's like, you know, we're so lucky to like be able to just like live this kind of life. And like, you know, like I'd sacrifice money any day over like, you know, that's why I work here. So, obviously, I think we sacrifice money every day just to fucking, you know, like work with something we love, you know, and I think that's like the whole energy here. That's why it's fucking, we keep so many people here, you know what I'm saying? And like we're able to like actually like help people like, you know, achieve that. So that's fucking huge. Yeah, man.
First off, you have to snowboard.
Yeah.
but yeah, to be a snowboarder, yeah, basically it's a lifestyle, I would say, more than anything, you know. You know, I'm a snowboarder on the mountain, but I also like have the mentality of snowboarding when I'm at work. Like, you know, if I'm walking around the city and see like a handrail or something that looks cool, I'm like, oh man, like that's a snowboard feature,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. You know, just kind of having that mindset, and I think you know, a lot of snowboarders just enjoy life.
I identify myself as a snowboarder. I think it's the first thing probably people think of me, or think of me when people that know me or have heard of me or whatever. Oh, he's a snowboarder. You know, I think of myself as a shredder. You know, first because it embodies. There's not a day that it goes by that I'm not thinking about it, whether it's part of the business part or the fun of snowboarding, and it never gets old to me. But it just probably the freedom and sensation and feeling of snowboarding.
Oh man, I don't even know. It's more of a feeling than something I could explain, I think. And I'm starting to feel it come back into my body as the leaves turn brown and go away, and you can smell it in the air. I don't know. Just having fun with your friends and having fun and like being able to ignore the world completely and just be like out in a hostile environment. Because I like riding when it's nasty out. Like I love cold, shitty days, leveling with the wind on a bad day, and you're like, this is gonna be the best day. There's gonna be no one up here, and you're in your little cocoon of goggles and head masks and stuff, and you don't care, and you're just out there in the elements, like battling nature for no reason, just for fun. It's the best. So I don't know if that answers it or not, but
I feel like it does. Yeah.
That and like riding with friends, I think that's like part of it too. Like that. I don't know. You got friends that you only see when you're snowboarding. Even sometimes, like I have dudes that I've known forever, and we don't see each other all summer, and then all winter you're hanging out. It's like, oh, see you guys next winter. Even though we live 10 minutes away, but it's just like a different bond with those people.
Yeah.
And now I've got a kid. He snowboards, and that's like, I don't know. It's like sharing that with him is like next level of that. You know what I mean? You're like,
I bet.
It's like hanging out with your bros, but it's your little bro. And that's super special, and I don't know. That's kind of an important thing. And you get the best friends from snowboarding, because you're always in like these situations where it's like you got to help each other, you got to protect each other, like keep track of, situations so that it's safe, within reason.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, you're on each other to help each other, if things go bad, you got to help each other. So it's like important to have good friends with that.
Oh man. First off, it's who I am.
Yeah.
Okay. And to be a snowboarder, all right, first off, I want to enjoy myself outside. Being outside is amazing. I mountain bike a good 30 to 50 miles a week in the summertime. It's because I like being outside and on the trail. And when I'm going downhill on my mountain bike, it's the same adrenaline as when I'm flying off a cornice on my snowboard or going down a steep slope or whatever. It is having a little bit of a reverence for the world and being able to say, it's a powder day. Fuck everything else. I'm going to go ride and enjoy it. Even if it's for 2 hours, I'll go back and I'll get my stuff done, but I'm going to enjoy myself for these couple hours because it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
It is enjoying that adrenaline. It's enjoying the uncertainty, man. It's in going into a new trail and like, I don't know what I'm going to see here. I don't know if it's going to be good or crap conditions or whatever. It's a search for adventure. But to me, it is like, fear is never boring. Fear is kind of a good thing, and it's pushing your boundaries a little bit too. Like it's going on to that run that you've never done before and trying to flash it. To me too, it is from my old ass, it's staying in shape. If I'm one of the 5 snowboarders in Colorado that still likes moguls. I love, I can't do it like I used to. Like shit, in my 30s and 40s, I would flash mogul runs like Mary Jane or, under Lift 1 at Loveland. I'd go run those 5-6 times. Now it's 2 times, and my legs are done. And then I'll go back to the blues.
Yeah.
Let's hit Lift 6 and hit the park. But to me, being a snowboarder is wanting to be outside, enjoying adrenaline, not being afraid to have an adventure, embracing the unknown, and having confidence in what's under your feet. Also, it is key, and I got to put this way out, maintain your shit, look at your shit, check your screws, check your butt. Yeah. It's also maintaining your shit. Part of being a snowboarder is knowing how the shit works. All right. And I would see a lot of equipment, like people come up to me and like their bindings are all messed up. Hey, I want to do a demo. And it's like, dude, let's fix your straps first. It's caring about other snowboarders too. You know, it's like, yeah, I always carry a pack with me. Like I got a little pack that has a screwdriver, but it's got a spare ratchet, a spare ladder, a couple of different screws, couple of screws that don't even fit on my bindings. I've saved a few people's days that way. You know, it is like wanting to help somebody else out. You know, seeing somebody who's a beginner on the slope and say, "Dude, bend your knees, please." Okay.
Yeah.
There's a song by my buddy Bob Aubrey, who I got that tattoo for. That his band, Your Robot Overlords. The song is "Bend Your Knees, Please." But it's hell. There's no one thing that makes you a snowboarder. Like as soon as you're on a board, yes, you're a snowboarder. But those are things I think you need to embrace to be, to take it to a more advanced level.
Yeah.
Know how your equipment works, be passionate about it, embrace adventure, embrace the unknown, and fuck, that adrenaline when I'm flying down the slope. I don't care. Like, I'll be up opening day at Loveland. I don't care that it's one thin run.
No.
Okay? No. And I'll go that, they'll open on a Thursday. I'll probably go that Saturday too, and I'll do 10 runs. I'll come back home smiling because, yeah, it's the same run. But I flew down that slope, and hey, I did a switch run, and hey, I did another run on a different board, and to me, it's just continually evolving and changing, but enjoying where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're on a little icy hill in the middle of Wisconsin, or if you're up in Alaska. Everybody's a snowboarder if you smile when you fly down the slopes.